I want my channel to grow, so I don't want to ignore the numbers. I don't think that's good advice to say, like once you're past the beginning phases, I don't think it's good advice to say ignore the numbers and just whatever, because they actually do matter. But it's how you let that affect you. That is a thing, because that's like, over the past 3 days, my channel's view counts have got cut in half for some reason.
So he went from...
So I was getting 40,000 views in a 48-hour period.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that was by far the highest it had been. But it was consistent for over a month at that. And now, in the past couple days, now we're down to 20,000.
Which is still insane.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, wouldn't be complaining about that, but I feel because it went down in half, it's not about that it's still at 20,000, it's at, does that mean growth is going to be half? Does that mean revenue is going to be cut in half? Does that mean, like, all of that stuff, you know, is it in half, or is it just like a thing that goes down and then it'll go up again at some point? Like, I don't know.
So anyway, we just left Costco and Tom and I were talking in the car, and of course we get into this conversation. I'm like, hold on, this is so like vlog worthy, and I forgot my camera. So I was like, I went through this whole debate. Do I record this? Do I wait till we get home? Do I bust out my phone? Best camera's the one you got. Right. So it's happening. And what were we talking about? We were talking about numbers. Okay, so I was frustrated yesterday, which I mentioned this in the video. I was super excited to do this 31-day challenge. I uploaded a video and immediately my subscribers dropped by 7, which is totally insignificant. But I still couldn't help but feel this like drop in my heart also.
Well, it was funny.
And like I was telling Tom earlier, I wish there were a way to check comments without looking at the numbers, because I just don't want to see it. Like, I'm not one to check my subscriber count anyway, but it's right there on the top of the app that I just can't help doing it.
Right. Well, I was saying yesterday when you were feeling, you know, down and bummed out, you were like, you were kind of like waiting for me to say the thing that was going to make you feel better, and I had nothing to say because I was like, that sucks, and if that happened to me, I would feel bad, and I know, of course, it doesn't matter in the long run, and of course, it's not. Of course, you know, those are people that don't matter for your channel because they're not into it anyway, so who cares? But that's not going to say, like, if the same thing happened to me, I wouldn't be like, cool, like, whatever. Like, I would be bummed out. And so I don't have a way of going, like, yeah. But
I just wish I could hide all that.
But the thing that got into our discussion now was I was talking about when you and I first met. Yeah. I had I was barely starting my channel, so I had no idea what I was doing. I barely even knew how to check subscriber counts. And I went back, I was telling you, I went back and watched, found some of the channels that were hugely inspirational, influential to me before I started and before I paid attention to that stuff. And they currently have like several thousand subscribers. They're not like...
Like how many?
Like one channel that was wildly influential has 4,000 subscribers.
Okay, so not like 50,000. You're talking
no, like 4. Like 2,000 to 4,000 subscribers, a couple of them. Most of them aren't active anymore, but some are. But that's just like, I didn't care. When I found those videos, they were like, I learned so much. I was motivated. Like, I rewatched them. I didn't even know to look at like how big is this channel. And then when you and I met, I don't remember, unless somebody asked you, you never talked about numbers. Like if my students ask you how many subscribers you have, you tell them. And if we did live streams, you'd get excited if, like, you know, more than 10 people tuned in. But that's all I remember you even caring about numbers. And then milestones if you hit 5,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, or basically every 1,000 would be like a little like, yay. But I don't remember numbers being a thing.
Because it wasn't. I think like with you, I didn't have to... with other YouTube creators at the time, for sure we talked about it. Like when I went to VidCon or like, you know, Jermaine or whatever, of course you talk about it. But with you, I don't know why I didn't. I think because it didn't matter. It was like we were just talking about the content, bro.
Just the content, bro. I'm not going into the advocating thing of like, don't look at numbers and never look at your numbers and blah, blah, blah. But it would be nice, like you're saying, if, okay, right now I just want to check my comments or just do whatever and I don't want to look at numbers. And sometimes I actually just leave my desktop browser open to my comments window and just
see, that's what I need to do, because there, like, I don't go part of the reason why I don't respond to comments is because I don't want to see the numbers. So I just, you know how I see the comments is I read the email notifications I get.
Oh.
That's how I read them, because I don't want to go into the app and see.
But if you just leave the browser open to your channel comments, just refresh it when you go in, then you
Yeah,
can
I guess
see
that's
it.
how I'm gonna do it.
I'm just genuinely curious about what it would be like if, for just like as an experiment, to go through YouTube, it works exactly the same except none of the numbers are there, none of the view counts, none of the subscriber counts. How would that affect what people watch and navigate towards? I'm just genuinely curious.
But I don't think that like I am affected by, like as a viewer, I'm not affected by the number of subscribers that a channel has. And I think most people who have been on YouTube long enough as a viewer understand that the number of subscribers does not mean you're going to get better content.
I'm totally affected by the number of subscribers, but sometimes
you are as a viewer.
Absolutely. And in different ways. Sometimes like I do try to give small, when I say small, I mean like under 50 subscriber channels the benefit of the doubt if they're doing something, but sometimes I know like they just might not be at a point where they can give the info I'm looking for. But generally it's the opposite that's true, where if I'm looking for something and I see it's from a channel that has like millions and millions of subscribers, I'll avoid it because I almost don't trust it, or it's like too polished, or it's there. I just don't feel that it's the same.
Yeah, because you
it depends on what
watch
you're
a
looking
lot
for.
of content. Yeah,
I
that's
do, yeah.
like that's different from what I watch. But there's like I'm thinking about who I watch now, and a lot of them are not in the millions. Most of them are not.
But except
for PewDiePie.
You were watching one the other day that was in the millions, and you're like, I just can't because it was, you know, ad reads and promo and this and that.
Right,
and...
but that has nothing to do with the numbers. Like, even if that person had 10,000, I would still avoid it because it's full of ad reads.
But I don't think it would have been the way that it was at that size point. I think it was the way that it was because it was so large. Like.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with like? I don't know.
I'm not trying to find any conclusions right now. I'm just having thoughts. There's no conclusions, no solutions. And you know what? It feels really good not to have to give solutions.
Yeah,
I'm always trying to...
Not every problem needs to be solved.
You realize my job is literally to provide solutions constantly to people. That's my job. And it's really nice sometimes to feel like there is no answer. It's just a thought.
There's no spoon.
Yeah, sure. It's great.
There's a lot of banging in this room over here in Tom's studio, so I'm gonna show you because he's always tinkering. Babe, what are you up to? Oh my gosh! What are you doing?
Hanging stuff.
Dun 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 dun. Oh wow!
Can you tell the difference?
I can tell the difference. It's like so much higher.
It's very full now.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. What's this?
A drum head.
Oh.
I didn't have anything to go there, so.
It looks really cool.
So I actually have room to do stuff on this wall now over here.
So let's see. It's gonna look like this.
Yeah.
Whoa! This is what I want to do with my room, except I want a giant decal in the back of it.
I like that Aquabats thing in the corner over there. I think that looks good. And then this, I want to I need more art.
What do you think of it?
I like it. It's been bothering me. And there's also a few things that just looked weird in videos. And I don't know, I wanted to bring in more stuff. And I did a good job.
You did a good job.